everyone, and welcome back to Chisme Corner. Today's episode is going to be focused on Ashley and Mohamed. Before we keep going, I do want to clear some things out in regards to my last video on Forbidden Love. I was made aware that maybe on some of the things that I said, I came off a little biased on harmful beliefs towards Muslims, and that's not something that I have ever wanted to have on my channel. Moving forward, covering this couple, I'm mainly going to focus on what's happening in their relationship, and when I'm sure about something regarding Muslims or Catholics, then I will go ahead and make it clear, and that's gonna be it. Now let's cover this couple. After Ashley had a conversation with Mohamed about him attending Jennifer's birthday party, now Ashley is back in Jefferson, Missouri.
So I'm gonna go meet with my sisters to pick up supplies for the party.
And here they are going to have a very important conversation. Jennifer asks Ashley where Mohamed is, and Kelly's like, do you still believe that, he's coming?
He said he's still looking for like a ticket.
The sisters don't seem to be too sure that he's going to show up, but I believe Ashley because, she is married to him, so of course she knows if he will or not show up.
Sometimes my family is like really rude and disrespectful to him.
Jennifer and Ashley actually stopped talking to each other for 2 years due to the comment that she made about Mohamed being a terrorist. Again, some people really just need to keep their mouth shut. But Ashley says that after she had a conversation with Mohamed, with both of them agreed that they were going to compromise on something. Now, what's the agreement, you might ask? Well,
I will come, but only if you agree to fix things with my brother.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I don't know if he's actually trying to reconcile with Jennifer or just with her family in general. When they asked Jennifer if she is concerned about Mohamed showing up to the party, she says,
I don't know.
And she goes more into detail to explain to us why she doesn't like him.
I don't like the way that he talks sometimes. Demands things from you and is really like...
Controlling?
Yeah, controlling.
Which actually does go to show that at times Mohamed can be and will be controlling, because if not, Ashley would have never finished her sentence. In her confessional, Jennifer also shares that she's never liked him because he tends to use words like obey.
If somebody told me to obey them, like, I would tell them to get...
Ashley then tells Jennifer that this is something that he has been working on for a while now. It's hard for him not to feel like people are actually attacking him because he's Muslim and because he's Arab.
He grew up a very traditional way, and it's hard for him to kind of get out of that.
So she's like, he's doing his best. He's trying to change that. And I would say that he is trying to change a little bit, because in the last episode, he didn't seem to be this horrible person that all he wants to do is control Ashley 24/7. And even right now, Ashley is there with her sisters. She's able to speak her mind, and she was even able to convince Mohamed to go visit her families. And then Kelly turns around to Jennifer and goes, you did make that comment that one time, didn't you? And Jennifer is all like, no, I didn't.
You did make that comment that day.
There was a comment about a terrorist made, but I did not call him a terrorist.
What Jennifer is saying is that time Ashley told her, it seems like you don't like him because he's Muslim. And then Jennifer said, it's not like I'm sitting here calling him a terrorist. However,
no, you walked out, you came back in, and I was talking to him, and you just said it
yeah, you just called out terrorist.
No, I didn't.
And I think when you have two people telling you, that is what you said, that is what you did, then you're in the wrong, especially because they were there when it happened.
Didn't you, liar?
You did call him a terrorist, and I think it's so stupid that you can't even own up to the fact that you did. You already did something horrible and horrendous, and you can't even apologize for what you did. Own up to it. At least own up to it. Ashley elaborates a little bit more and says,
and I was on the phone with him, and then she walked in and she said, effing terrorist.
But she continues to say that she didn't say that she didn't say that. And at that time, Jennifer tried to play it off as oh, I wasn't talking about Mohamed. I was talking about someone else. And even Ashley's like, that sounds so stupid. It sounds dumb as I say it. Ashley tries to explain to her how hurtful it is for her to use the word terrorist.
You have to understand from his mind, that is triggering for him.
And then right after that tells her, if there's a chance and that she can apologize for what she said. And she says no. She says no.
I don't feel like I have anything to apologize to him.
At this point, it's all your fault, Jennifer, because if Mohamed doesn't want to create a relationship with you, it's all because you can't even apologize for something horrendous that you said. Last episode, I was so careful to even call you and your family racist. It's like if I were to just call you racist just because you're white. Just think about how horrible that sounds. And now it's starting to seem like you are, because you can't even apologize for calling someone that is Muslim a terrorist when he isn't a terrorist. Your God preaches on forgiveness and understanding and acceptance. So why don't you accept it? Why don't you apologize? Ashley is picking out Mohamed from the airport, and once they're in the car,
Oh my God, bro.
Look what you're wearing. Oh my gosh, Ashley.
because in his religion, she's not allowed to show her shoulders, her chest, and then from her knees down. He's just like, you know, why will you go out there showing that much skin? That should only be for your husband.
If you want to be a part of my religion, I gotta tell you that's wrong.
The problem is that not even Mohamed follows his religion to a T.
Men also are required to cover certain parts, and he doesn't always observe that.
If he's at the beach, he's not supposed to be shirtless. So it's okay for her to follow the rules, but it's not okay for you to follow the rules. And I think that we have to be equal with that. You can't just expect Ashley to follow every single thing that you tell her when you can't even do it yourself.
I'm a man.
You're a man from your navel to your knees.
I'm a man. Like, who gonna look at me?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Such a weak argument. But later on, they are at the hotel room. They're ready to go to the birthday party, and Mohamed pulls out an outfit.
Yes, now. Ta-da!
You're gonna wear a thobe.
Yeah.
And she looks at him like, you're kidding me, right? Like, you already know how my family is, and this is what you want to wear to the birthday party. And he's going to an extremely racist town where her family doesn't even accept him just yet.
I've asked him before, like, wear your thobe, wear your head wrap, and he'll be like, no, I don't want to stand out.
It's hard to believe right now that he's not doing it on purpose. I feel now that even after what Ashley said, he is genuinely doing this because he wants to get a reaction out of her family.
You want me to wear an abaya today?
Yeah. But like, look.
What he's imagining in his head is that they're gonna show up there as a united front, right? Like, they're gonna show up there and they're gonna see them on their attire and they're gonna say, wow, look at them. Like, they're strong together. They are following their religion together. But again, it's hard not to feel like he's doing this with bad intentions, just like what Ashley did last episode, where she was like, I'm gonna wear this abaya to try to convince him to go see my sister.
What if I wear an abaya, but I do my hair and makeup?
And I am not going to wear the headscarf, which he's not too happy about it, but eventually he agrees to it. And I do gotta say that Mohamed has been understanding when Ashley tells him, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't feel comfortable. And he doesn't fight her.
For the record, I still think this is a bad idea.
Even though she's going to follow what he said, this is still a bad decision in her eyes. Once they show up with their Islamic attire, you know, everyone's sitting at the table. They don't know what's about to come. And Ashley, again, she says that one of the main reasons why she's doing this is because she wants to make sure that Mohamed feels comfortable to speak to her family and feels like, you know, she's there to protect him and she's there to support him through it.
Are you a racist?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Nothing can scream louder than their faces, honestly. Like, no one was happy with it. No one was even a little bit accepting of their attire. I only expect this dinner to go horribly bad. Jennifer and her husband have this like exchange of looks. Like, can you believe this? Like, can you believe that he did this right here?
Like, I know that it's part of the culture and the religion, but I don't get it.
After they got their food, everyone is just dead quiet. No one's happy right now. And then Ashley goes, what's going on? And then Mohamed speaks.
So like,
Do you have something to say?
Of course he has something to say, Jennifer. You guys are so unwelcoming. I've never seen something as awkward as what just happened.
I feel judged.
There's a lot of prejudice coming out of this table from all corners.
I feel like I'm an outsider. I feel like nobody like interesting on me. Like,
and in his confessional, he shares that it definitely feels like they don't like him because of his culture. They don't like him because he's Muslim. They don't like him because where he comes from. And they already have this picture in their mind of who he is. And there's nothing he can do to change it. Mohamed also tells Jennifer that he has this feeling that she always feels like she's on top of him. And Jennifer tells him that she feels like he should have just married someone from his religion, from his culture, from his country, instead of coming over here and marrying someone from United States that is from a completely different religion.
Why date a Caucasian American woman?
That's racist.
Marry somebody that grew up in your culture.
That's racist.
It's very childish of you to think that, you know, Christians need to stay with Christians, Catholics need to stay with Catholics. It's sounding more like, oh, you want whites to stay with whites. Jennifer also shares in her confessional that her problem is that Ashley acts completely different when she is in front of Mohamed.
The way that she dresses or the way that she talks, the more quiet, conservative, respectful wife.
So she feels like her sister is being taken away by Mohamed. Now, I could agree with her on that, you know, feeling like the person that you have known for years is slowly drifting away to something that you have never seen in the past, that could be hurtful. I totally understand that. But at the same time, your sister is a grown-up woman that is allowed to make her own decisions. And I'm pretty sure that she has already decided that this is what she wants to do in her life. At the table, they asked Mohamed, will you be okay if she decides that she doesn't want to be part of your culture and she doesn't want to convert?
yeah, of course. You will? Yes. But she knows that will affect me.
And then we get a little bit of insight because Ashley tells us that
I feel like if I just don't talk as much, it gives him the opportunity to take the lead and say how he feels.
and not only that, but when she's placed in situations like this one, she doesn't really know what to say. She doesn't really know how to talk. So she kind of shuts down.
She's not part of your culture, so why does she have to? She's your wife.
It's about respect. If she's like, just obey me.
I think he was referring to like, why does she have to wear your Islamic attire? And then he says, she's not going to disobey me.
I don't like that word. Like, he can tell me no, but I'm also gonna tell him no.
And when she hears the word obey, then she gets thrown into this mood where Ashley can't do anything other than what Mohamed says. The problem is that if they would see what these two are doing behind closed doors, and then they would understand a little bit more because, you know, behind closed doors, Ashley told Mohamed, I'm not going to do exactly what you said. Maybe we can meet in the middle and then we can go from there. And I do think that maybe if Mohamed stops using the word obey, then they wouldn't have as many issues as they do. At this point, Julie, which is Ashley's mom, steps in and she's like,
you said that you would let her choose what she wanted to do, that you would not tell her how to dress or anything.
And Mohamed is like, yeah, and that's exactly what we're doing. Like, I didn't force her to wear the abaya. She chose to wear it herself. And then Cassidy, which is one of Jennifer's friends, is like,
So if she wants to wear booty shorts and a crop top, you gonna be good with that?
first of all, we don't have to go to the extremes in situations like this one, specifically because you're talking to a Middle Eastern man that is Muslim about his wife wearing booty shorts. Yes, women are allowed to wear and do as they please, but when you are in a marriage, if both of you guys have agreed that this is what's gonna happen and your husband feels offended at you wearing booty shorts that are showing your butt cheeks when you're walking by, I don't think there's a problem with that. So I did think that the comment that she made and the example that she chose was incredibly ridiculous.
No,
Why?
it's my wife. She cannot show her body to other people.
And Jennifer's husband starts asking him, what are you going to do if she doesn't change? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I think that they were waiting for him to answer like, you know, we're gonna have a lot of problems, or I'm gonna do something bad to her. Because it sounds like you were trying to get a bad answer out of him.
I'll walk out. How are you gonna make her do it? I won't walk out.
That's his culture. And Ashley knew that when she married him. Both of them were aware that that was going to be the case. And he had talked to her about this, if she was open to converting, and she had said yes. So I think both of them have already agreed that that's not something Ashley wants to do. That's why I don't like that example, because it's so extreme.
This was not how tonight was supposed to go. This has turned into a disaster.
I really don't know what you were expecting, Ashley. Like, this definitely was not a good idea. You know, there were a lot of things that started wrong, from Mohamed wearing his Islamic attire to your sister already telling you that she doesn't want to apologize to him for calling him terrorist. It seems like Mohamed had already come with the purpose of, you know, upsetting someone, and it's your sister's birthday too. Like, it was just a bad time. Jennifer's husband is like, it just seems hypocritical because you want her to accept your culture, but you're not accepting our culture. And
A culture is it's freedom.
It's not culture. That's not culture.
first of all, freedom is not a culture. Freedom is something that people have. And Mohamed is like, what, your culture is to allow your wife to be half naked?
Independency, being able as a woman to make your own choices and decisions.
And yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. It's her body, her choice, but she also chose to marry Mohamed. And she knew that he was a Muslim. And she knew that she was probably going to have to change a lot of things about how she dresses, how she acts. After Jennifer brings that up, Mohamed decides to stop the conversation and change it to, hey, you call me a terrorist, and that really hurt my feelings. Are you going to apologize?
It really hurt my feelings.
That's not what I said.
Why the fuck you lying?
She says that no, there's no reason why she needs to apologize because she never called him a terrorist. But then she changes her story again.
She kept saying that I was racist, and I said if that were the case, then I would be calling him names.
I'm pretty sure she definitely did it on purpose. And now she's trying to save herself by saying that she said it in a different way. The first time, she excused it with, I was talking about someone else.
That is what you said.
That is not what I said.
And then Mohamed steps in and he's like, that's fine. I understand people make mistakes, but I would like for you to apologize to me. And do we think that she apologizes? No, she doesn't.
I'm not going to apologize for making a comment or calling him a name that I did not call him.
And that's when Mohamed tells her that this is exactly what he's talking about. She feels like she's above everyone else and that she can't even apologize to him for that. But then he says this.
That's what she thinks. She's above everybody. And in reality, she's very, very, to me, low. And they're really like a ground.
Since the dinner is ruined at this point, there's someone in the background that goes, happy birthday, Jennifer. And she's like, oh, yeah, happy birthday to me, right? Like, now on the preview, it looks like Mohamed and Jennifer are going to have a second conversation about what happened.
In my culture, women have to respect men. If Jennifer say anything offensive to me, I'm not gonna hold back.
I would love to hear your thoughts on what happened in this entire situation. Let me know what you think. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.